So there you go, that is my concept for an automated item storage system, and I want to say thank you to Simply Sarc and to H2211 Games. They both made some videos that were quite relevant to putting this all together. So first of all, Simply Sarc realised that the the mobs that pick up items won't despawn, but they can also pick up to 64 items, so you can use them for storage. And H2211 Games came up with a zombie separator. I didn't use his one because unfortunately I couldn't get it to work for me, but I made my own one, and this really is very basic. It does have its flaws. Sometimes normal zombies will get through, but the basic concept is that the zombies drop down into here, they see the villager and they head towards it. Now if it's an item, if it's a zombie that can pick up items, then it picks up that pumpkin right there, which activates this piston to stop other zombies coming through, and it will also retract those pistons so that the zombies will fall down and therefore get separated. Then we've got a couple of piston pushes here to make sure that they go into the lava. Now in the video we used a mob spawner or a mob cage, and what you could also do here, if you don't have one of those around where your farm is, you could build a mob spawner and then have a mob separator so you can get the zombies out. And the reason that we use the zombies instead of skeletons is because we can do this really easily with the villagers. So the realization that I made after seeing these is that if you hook them up directly to your farms, then you've basically created automatic storage for your farming systems. Now there are other alternatives out there like using the nether, etc., but with this one your mobs that hold the items are never going to despawn, and therefore your items no longer have a despawn timer on them. And especially if you're using a mob cage like this, those mobs basically will be not under a mob cap, so you can have an infinite amount of them stored here. Of course that puts stress on the game, but this is just a concept. I'm putting it out there and I'm interested to see how other people will take it to the next level and make better use of it, because this is a very basic mock-up. It is fairly flawed, but it does work. And over here we've got a timer. I've got a video on this, so I'll put a link on the screen to that. Obviously you couldn't make this in a vanilla world, but you know, you could just make something with repeaters, and this one has been set to go off every 1 minute, although I've disconnected that. And another really important thing is that the farm size is very big, so if you're going to do this with a farm, you need the farm to yield a lot of drops, and to yield them all in one go, because you want them all to clump up into groups of 64, because the problem with these mobs picking up items is that if you say throw 1 melon at it, it will pick up the 1 melon and then it won't pick up any more. So you want as many stacks to come through here as possible. So all those zombies that are already there will pick up a stack at a time, and then the last one will pick up the leftover. So you might have one that just picks up 1 or 2 melons. So if you have a farm and it's the type where you've got a constant stream of items coming through, what you could do is set up a piston that extends and blocks the water so it holds back the drops, and you could get it to do that for say a minute at a time, and then those items could group up, and then when they go through, the zombies that pick them up will pick up a stack at a time. So I think I covered just about everything there. The one other thing I can think of is that some people may argue that there's better alternatives to this, but this does give you, you know, completely automated storage. So you could argue you could stand AFK at this farm, but if you had 2 farms, then who's going to stand AFK at the other one? And that's obviously if you're in single player. If you're on a server though, maybe there's lots of people playing in the nether, and that means that the nether storage system wouldn't work for you either. So it's just another alternative that I wanted to put out there. So there's a download link in the description box for this map. There's also links to those videos that I mentioned. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.